Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this video is about statement of account. This is obviously also one of the documents that are used in accounting, and this is the last one. So we've already done videos on invoice, a receipt, a check or a counterfoil, debit note, credit note, and this is the sixth and the last one, right? So let me zoom in so that this is a lot more clearer. Okay, so what is a statement of account? At the end of each month, a supplier will usually issue each customer with a statement of account. So if you have ever dealt with a bank, obviously if you have a bank account with any bank, at the end of the month the bank sends you an account statement, right? Because obviously you're one of the many customers that the bank has. So similarly, a supplier also issues each customer with the statement of account, right? So why does the supplier do this? This is a summary of the transactions for the month. So the statement has details of all the transactions. It has the summary of all the transactions that were done with that particular customer during a specific month. The style of a statement of account may vary, but they will contain the following information. So usually they have the name and address of the supplier, the name and address of the customer, the date, the balance owing at the start of the period, then invoices and credit notes issued, any payments that were received during the accounting period, any cash discounts that were allowed, and finally the balance which is owing at the end of the accounting period. So these are the details that a statement of account has. A statement of account, this is a summarized definition. A statement of account is a document issued by the seller of goods, which is obviously the supplier, on credit to summarize the transactions for the month. So you can say that this is basically kind of a summary of the whole month, right? Now, this is how a statement usually looks like. And if you have a look at a bank statement issued by any bank, that is also going to be very similar to this. So this is a statement of account, and this is obviously the supplier, the business which is sending the statement of account, and this is the name and address of the customer to whom the statement of account is being sent. So for example, if my bank is sending me a statement, then obviously the bank's name and address is going to be here, and my name and address is going to be here, right? All right, moving on, you have the date. So you can see that it is being sent at the end of the month, 30th April 2019. Now it has columns, date, reference, debit, credit, and the balance. So a statement of account is basically made using the 3-column format of a T account, which is basically called a running balance format, and most of you must be familiar with this already. A running balance format is called a running balance format because it gives you the balance after every transaction. So a statement of account is usually made in this format only, right? So you can see that on 3rd April an invoice was sent to CU&CU, which means they must have bought goods from me. So when I had, me being the weaving shed company, when I sold goods to them, obviously I must have recorded this as sales. So the sales account should have been credited, and this is the customer's account, so it was debited. That means after this transaction they owed me 408 rupees. But on April 9, they had returned goods to me. That is why I issued them a credit note, and which reduced their balance. So now at the end of the month they owe me this amount, 360 rupees. So the last amount shown in the balance column is the amount due, which is this. And these are the terms. I have already explained this. What is this? When we were doing the invoice. So the terms are basically 2.5% cash discount if the account is paid by 31st May. So if CU&CU end up paying me by 31st May, I am going to allow them a 2.5% cash discount, right? Now this is very important. neither the supplier nor the customer makes any entries in the accounting records in respect of a statement of account. So once again, a statement of account is not recorded in the accounting books. When we say that, that means, so for example, if I'm selling goods to someone, then obviously let's say I've sold goods to Mr. A on credit, then I'm obviously going to issue an invoice to Mr. A. So in respect of that invoice, I know that this invoice is proof that I've sold goods to Mr. A. So that invoice is going to be recorded in my accounting books, right? There are accounting entries going to be made in respect of that invoice, but there are not going to be any accounting entries made in respect of this statement of account. This is just a summary that I'm sending to my customers at the end of the month, which is obviously going to act as a reminder as well of how much money do they owe me at the end of the accounting period. And obviously they can tally the transactions done as well, right? So to make sure that everything was recorded in their accounts perfectly. A statement of account is a reminder to the customer of the account amount outstanding, which is like this. This can be checked against the customer's own records to ensure that no errors have been made by either the supplier or the customer. So this is a summary. As I said earlier, the customer can tally the transactions with this statement to make sure that there were no errors made by me or there were no errors made by the customer himself, right? So this is the sixth document and the last document that we basically use in accounting. So we have now had videos on each of the documents, and the next set of videos are going to be on financial statements and then cash book, hopefully. All right, so you guys take care. I will see you next time.